All right. So I wanted to break down, something came to me last night. Serpent versus servant. I think we're seeing the differences of that play out. It's guessing people's intentions based off actions, and lack of actions is where we are at moving towards and moving forwards. I couldn't agree more. I swear it's crazy to me how stupid they just think we all are. And it's not even, I don't even think that they think we're stupid. Honestly, I just don't think that they care anymore. They just don't care. They're going max on their side of being a serpent. Straight up. You have those in the world that are serpents, and you have those that are in the world that are servants. And we gonna break it down. Serpent symbolically represents deception, manipulation, half-truths, gotta love those half-truths, hidden motives, power without accountability. Who does that sound like? Let's just read that again. Serpent, deception, manipulation, half-truths, hidden motives, and power without accountability. I think we all have a grand idea of who all wears the serpent sleeve. How a serpent operates. Twist the truth instead of outright denying it. And that's what they do. They twist the truth and they manipulate it instead of outright denying it. It's like all part of the psychological programming too. It's not like they're denying it, but they're twisting it. And that's where it's getting all very convoluted. Exploits fear, ego, desire, and insecurity. Works in the shadows, works in the whispers, works in the back channels. The black web. Seeks control, not connection. And that's what they're seeking. They're building. That is control. It is not connection. Biblically, the serpent doesn't force, it suggests, confuses, and reframes reality to benefit itself. And that's what they're working on right now, is reframing the reality so it benefits them. You only lie to cover up the truth. That is a benefit to them. The serpent's power comes from distortion. And the only way they have power is if we move with distortion in our minds. Servant. This is what a servant is, okay? And I consider myself a servant. Symbolically represents truth, integrity, humility, responsibility, love in action. Love in action. Literally. Love is an action. It is a choice. Truth is an action. It is a choice. Integrity is an action and a choice. Like all of these things. How a servant operates, speaks plainly even when it costs them. I speak plainly even when it costs me not looking, the most favorable, because I'm authentic. I'm true. Acts without a hidden agenda. I carry no hidden agendas. Never have I ever. 324 as they say that. Serves a higher good, not its self-interest. I serve a higher good, not in the higher good for God, for the Most High, for what Jesus did on the cross, for recognizing we are one. All of us together, unified as one. So what benefits me benefits everybody. What benefits everybody benefits me. And it's like it's a balancing. It's not a one-way street. Biblically, chooses obedience to truth over personal gain. Exactly. Biblically, a servant leads by example, not control. And that's the thing, is we have so many people in very prestigious places in power and on these platforms with all these, followings and all that, whether it's in the religious community, the spiritual community, the tarot card community, the political arena, whatever, the entertainment community, you name it, right? But they're not moving. They're not moving in how, basically in reference to truth and moving by example. They're not moving by example. From what I see lack thereof in a lot of different ways, and it's sad. This is what they're pushing out for our kids to see intentionally. It's too often enough that people do not move by example. And it's like, how are we supposed to set the tone if we're not operating and being an example? I just don't understand it. Biblically, a servant leads by example, not control. The servant's power comes from alignment. Exactly. You know when you're aligned. And you know when you're misaligned. You do. You can feel it on the inside of you. You know when you're aligned and you're misaligned. They know that they're misaligned. That's why they're scrambling. You know, and it sucks. I can't imagine living a life here on Earth scrambling to seek power and money, but in the midst of seeking power and money, you have to hide all your dirty deeds. That sounds miserable to me. I honestly feel sorry for them. A core difference: a serpent uses truth as a tool. A servant lives truth as a way of being. And see, that's the thing. They use truth as a tool when it's beneficial to them. But in reference to the truth, they skew the truth in its half-truths. If it's even a truth. At this point, it's really hard to say. Why people confuse the two. Serpents often pose as servants, i.e. Erica, man. I'm sorry, I hate to say that, but golly, girl, something went off in the last 30 days. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to even watch her. I'll be honest with you. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. And again, she is a mother of his children and the widow, and I don't know. I'm just really in disbelief, truthfully. And I pray to God a lot about it because of his babies. And I know what it feels like to be in a situation surrounded by people that you truly unconditionally love, but they're working against you. And you never expect it. You never expect it. And it reminds me of a scenario with my uncle. And it's crazy. It's crazy what money can do to women. And again, I'm not saying it's not that way for men. Obviously, it's that way for men, clearly. But women, I've come across a lot of women where they get a little taste and they go sideways. They go freaking sideways. They completely go off their rocker. And it's sad. It's sad for them. It's sad for their babies. It's sad for their husbands. It's sad for the world. And we're seeing that play out now. That's why money freaks me out. It freaks me out. I know so much when it comes to money and how people misuse it and what they'll do for it based off everything I've went through. And that's why I'm fine just having very little. I feel better that way. I just do. Jesus warned us about this directly. Be wise as serpents and innocents. Be wise as serpents and innocents as doves. Meaning recognize deception, don't become it. And that's a big one, is when you wake up to realizing to all the deception is around you, but you don't become it. And that's where I was in October 2023. I woke up to recognizing all the deception that was around me when I resigned, but I didn't become it. And it's been a fight. It's been a fight because they have made so many countless attacks and illusions and tactics and all did the most for me to become like them. And not one of them has landed. Not one. And it will never land because I am not them. I wasn't before, I'm not now, and I'm not going to be. Because I am a true servant. I am a true servant. And they move like serpents. And there is a big difference. Discernment check. Is there, let's see here. I'm not going to do that. Do they invite questions or punish them? No, that you can't ask those questions. You can't ask those questions. They do not invite questions. They punish them. Stop it. That's what they do, exactly. One-line truth. A serpent manipulates truth to serve itself. A servant sacrifices self to serve truth. Exactly, and I've just been a sacrifice to a lot of people. But see, people didn't understand that God was using me as a sacrifice too. And that's where he did a little turnaround, a little trickaroo, a little U-turn, a little trickaroo. You know, he's like, no, I'm going to make you think that. I'm going to make you think that. I love you guys. Have a great day. I got to work today, and it's going to be a long shift. So I'm going to rest a little bit before because my back is on fire. But no pain, no gain, right? You know, just got to work through that medical malpractice. You little stinkers. You little stinkers. You can't slow me down, though. I might have a little bit of a limp, but you can't slow me down. I love you guys. Have a great day.